Hello and a warm welcome to World This Week by Latest Laws. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. My name is Vasvi Bhatia and let's begin with Supreme Court this week.
Through the judgment in the case of Bijnor Urban Cooperative Bank Limited and others versus Meenal Agarwal and others, the Supreme Court have ruled no writ of mandamus can be issued by the High Court in exercise of powers under Article 226 of the Constitution of India, directing a financial institution bank to positively grant the benefit of one-time settlement to a borrower. The division bench of Supreme Court, while dealing with the case regarding to provisions under Karnataka Agricultural Produce Marketing, Regulation and Development Act, made it clear that if one merely imports notified agricultural produce from outside the state for the purpose of cleaning and processing without selling the processed produce within the market area is not liable to pay market fee. The Supreme Court has held that a delinquent employee as a matter of right cannot avail services of a lawyer or an ex-employee to defend him in a disciplinary proceeding. The bench observed that the employer has the discretion to restrict the employee's choice of defense representative in such proceedings. The Supreme Court has held that employee who refused promotion when offered cannot claim benefits of the Assured Career Progression Scheme. Next we have the Delhi High Court. The Delhi High Court, in the judgment titled Sandeep Agarwal versus Priyanka Agarwal, has annulled the marriage between a wife and husband after 16 years, observing that the failure on the wife's part to disclose her mental disorder before her marriage with the husband constituted a fraud perpetrated upon him. The court annulled the marriage on the ground contained in Section 12(1)(b) of the Hindu Marriage Act. The Delhi High Court, in a judgment titled Yogendra Chandolia versus Vishesh Ravi and others, has held that a false declaration made by a candidate qua educational qualifications can be brought within the four corners of Section 123, subsection 4 of Representation of People Act, 1951. The Delhi High Court dismissed the petition filed by BJP MP Subramanian Swamy challenging the disinvestment process for the sale of Air India. Next we have the Bombay High Court. The single bench of Bombay High Court, while hearing a revision application under Section 397, read with 401 of the Criminal Code of Procedure, 1973, questioning correctness and legality of the order passed by Additional Sessions Judge, held that failure of justice can be established not at the stage of framing of charge, but only after the trial has commenced and the evidence is led. Next we have Madras High Court. Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Employees Association in various establishments can only make requests. They cannot threaten the management and interfere in administrative decisions so as to compel an institution to act in a manner they wish, the Madras High Court has observed. Installation of CCTV cameras in spas and massage parlors on the basis of apprehension is intrusion into the rights of the individuals and would amount to infringing their bodily autonomy, the Madras High Court has observed. Next we have the Calcutta High Court. The Calcutta High Court, in the judgment titled Prabir Bhuyan alias Prabir Bunyan versus the State of West Bengal, upheld a conviction under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences (POSCO) Act, despite minor discrepancies in the evidence of the minor girl, on the ground that a survivor is the best judge of the incident. Next we have the Himachal Pradesh and Shimla High Court. The single bench of High Court of Himachal Pradesh in Shimla, consisting of Justice Satyen Vaidya, opined that the ground of expiry of visa cannot be used as an impediment in grant of bail to the petitioner. Next we have the Allahabad High Court. In an interesting instance, the Allahabad High Court has observed that the members of the bar are allowed to hold a meeting to condole the demise of any member or anyone else, but the same should be done without constructing or obstructing the functions of court. Next we have the Uttarakhand High Court. The Uttarakhand High Court asked the Election Commission of India to consider banning large public meetings and allowing only virtual rallies for the state assembly elections expected to be held next month. Next we have miscellaneous news. The National Human Rights Commission of India has considered a report from IG Prisons and Reform Services Bihar of payment of Rs 3 lakhs as compensation in a case of death of an under-trial prisoner due to medical negligence. A recent ruling by the Securities and Appellate Tribunal against the markets regulator and its adjudicating officer has become a sore point between the two institutions. The Securities and Exchange Board of India petitions against the SAT, ruling in the Supreme Court, said unwarranted adverse remarks will impede the market regulator's ability to work fearlessly and independently. Finally, we have the international news. A court in China declared that application for divorce will not be allowed only because of cheating, creating widespread controversy. China's state-run Global Times reported that the court in China's Shandong province declared that cheating is not an act of cohabitation, because cohabitation refers to a married person living with someone without marriage relations continuously and stably. The court reported said it won't recognize adultery as a reason for filing for divorce. This is a weekly program. To get weekly updates, please like and subscribe to our channel. And to get more information, check the description box. Thank you and have a nice day.